Hello my fragrance lovers and my good smelling companions. Dominic here for Fragrance Reviews. And today we are going to be having a look at some of my summer fragrances. Summer fragrances, ones that I like to wear from my collection in the summer, but ones that are also designed also to be summer fragrances, but also just ones that I like to wear in the summer. So now this is not going to be done in any particular order. But it's not like, you know, if I show you one and then I show you another one, this means that one's better than that. I haven't quite organised this in a way to make it a comparison. This one's this one, this one, but I know that would have been interesting. At the end, I may give some comments about ones which, if I were to pick out of this collection, I mean, we've got almost 10 here or so. At the end, I may pick one or two that I think are kind of the champions. But you might be able to figure that as we go along through the video. So I only have 3 actual bottles here. The others are samples, so I may as well use them up as part of my summer arsenal of colognes. And once they're gone, then I suppose I'm left with the temptation to buy a full version of that fragrance. So let's dive in, shall we? And I want to bring to your attention Acqua di Gio Profumo. Now, it's all round summery, but it's summer nights especially that this one is good for. Acqua di Gio Profumo. Beautiful perfume. One of the masterpieces of Armani. The other one, I've hardly got my, well, I have got my nose on it, but I never got myself a bottle. It just says Acqua di Gio and it's this clear glass. This is kind of blackish glass. I prefer the colour of the clear glass really, but there we go. And I think the other one even had sort of an oaken coloured top to it. I'm not too sure about that, but I think it had a kind of a bit of wooden kind of thing going on, and then sort of whitish glass, and it's generally a little more of an attractive bottle. But this thing is really just that sweet kind of the quality of it, the kind of aqua sort of mood to it, and the those array of notes, that appeal, that kind of that sort of loose summery vibe, and just that quality and the sense of I don't know, almost a Mediterranean sort of a sense you can get from it. But this thing, that on a summery night complements, you know, sharp, good, high-ranking cologne. It's one of the kings of Armani. I mean, in my opinion, it's just made so well with such a beautiful blend and immediate satisfaction when as soon as you get that, and it doesn't hit you too sort of, doesn't, you know, not too kind of punchy. The opening is enough to actually, and then the dry down is perhaps even better, but just that opening is just one of the greatest experiences with this. It's like a happy cologne. It's really nice. So this is something that I'm going to have to invest in again. And I mean, it's a small bottle for quite a price, unfortunately, but I suppose that is the case with a lot of fragrances. But if you want to get your hands, guys, on a brilliant summer nightish scent, this one should satisfy your needs, no problem. Now we're going on to another absolute adorable beast of a fragrance, which is Versace Eros. Now, oh man, just that instant. I mean, this one is more to do with pushing that masculine attractiveness, but something about warmth and this just go brilliantly together. And you know, it hits people from a good long distance away. You know, you put this on, yeah, even after an hour or two, people are like, oh, wow, you know, that's a great cologne, you know. And it's just this kind of juicy, masculine, punchy, nice vibes. I mean, heat just adds to it, a bit of warmth, and just the look of that bottle as well. Versace Eros Flame, you don't have to worry about getting that one. This one is brilliant as it is. Versace Eros Flame, the flanker, wasn't entirely necessary, but then they do that with a lot of clones. Again, this is just me talking. Other people who have sharper scents may very well agree that they did need that flanker, but No, but look at that as well. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it's what do you call it? I mean, it's good looking, you know, and it's got a lovely design to it, the whole thing, and the smell is just absolutely amazing. I mean, the sort of notes are in this thing are, I mean, it's got that spicy, fruity, just kind of a bit sensual, that sort of male touch to it, that sort of that richness of notes packed in there. It's like this oozing odor of just absolutely inviting and confidence-giving fragrance. Would stick around for a good while, add to the general kind of happy vibe that the sun kind of provides people as well. So it's just, it could be summer day and summer night, but I would wear this more summer day-ish, whereas once we're getting into evening, the sun is starting to go down a bit, and you know, perhaps this one is a bit more suited to the evening in summers, but this is summer day, no problem for me. That's how I see it. Now this can work in other seasons, but I think that's where it performs to my greatest satisfaction anyway. So Versace Eros, that's that one. Then we have something I've been going on about for a bit already, a beautiful fruity but unisex fragrance, Jo Malone, and this one is Orange Blossom. Okay, I mean, these things just smell divine. I mean, okay, it's not super feminine, okay? It's rich, it's sophisticated. Yes, okay, there's that note of orange blossom. It has various other notes. It's just the way that they make this fragrance, and just having it on and people just noticing. No one has commented that it's especially feminine. They just thought, you know, oh, you know, you're wearing something really good, and you know, just color that liquid and the general power of this scent. And I don't quite know why I love wearing it in the warmth, but somehow warmth and something a bit fruity and a bit sort of, well, what do you call it, a bit moist and kind of let's say, okay, it's a bit floral as well, but there is something in this one that seems to connect with a warm kind of vibrant atmosphere, and it's kind of the calm sort of background scent that's just rich and, as I say, inviting, that is quality, and it's very smooth and very delightful. So a bit of Jo Malone in the warmth. Again, I'd have it more a dayish time, not necessarily a nightish scent, but summer day again, Jo Malone, London, Orange Blossom for this one. But there's various. They have a whole array of these fragrances. Now we are going to get on to, well, we have some from Penhaligon and we have some from Replica. I think we'll go on to the ones from Replica. Okay, so we have 3 here from Replica. Now they all look, the bottles are all the same design really, but unfortunately we only have samples here, so I'm going to bring up the first one. Replica Beach Walk. This is amazing. Again, I want to remind you that Replica has a flawless reputation for putting an idea into a cologne, bringing back memories of certain things in your life. Is it you sitting by the fireplace? Is it you in a jazz club? Is it you in the market garden, a flower market? Is it you on a lazy Sunday morning? Is it you at the barber's, etc.? And they do a brilliant job every time. I mean, pretty much every time. I've never seen them do a bad job. So they name their fragrances. That's what they're amazing at doing, connecting that with a memory. Beach Walk is a walk on the beach. It's hard to actually get a... I'm going to have to spray a bit of that. Oh, I mean... Immediately you connect it to the beach. I've been to the beach a few times already, a good number of times now, 5 times probably since the weather came out, and this has been absolutely the ideal companion. Okay, it brings those beachy vibes. It just does its job. You can sense the sand in this, the rocks, all of this kind of thing. Sort of seeing those waves coming up, the atmosphere, the people, and just that kind of freedom of the beach and that kind of breeze that you get. That's kind of a salty kind of breeze. That's all encapsulated in this bottle. So if you want something, if you're a beach person and you love the summer and the beach, you also want to be smelling good on the way there, on the way back, during your time on the beach. You don't actually have to be going to the beach, of course. You can just be someone who likes the beach and wants to have a little bit of that around you. And it's a lovely way to take an experience away with you without actually having to be at the beach. So that was a brilliant idea of Replica, and I love wearing this one. It also gets noticed. Again, these ones aren't as long lasting as some other fragrances, but they certainly have their quality and their punch and all the rest of that. And they do tend to come in very big bottles, so you seem to have to buy fairly chunky bottles. That's the downside of Replica in general. But Beach Walk is, well, I won't say one of the best, but I mean, I've looked at it and people do think it's one of the best. And again, very summery. So one of the best summery ones is probably Beach Walk. What would be a close second, or even what some people might consider more summery or even better, would be Replica's Sailing Day. Okay. Oh, you see now, this one, okay, very maritime mood, very much the sea, the water, very aqua, fresh kind of vibe. Oh, I mean, you could, it's just the sea, it's just the whole atmosphere you get with the sea, perhaps the kind of like the seaweedish kind of the, even the creatures you can sort of imagine with this thing. But you can tell a lot of thought, a lot of ingredients have been put into it, and you know, especially if you're someone who likes to go boating, you like the sea, or you're going out, even sea fishing or something like that. But Sailing Day, it's all about giving you the mood of sort of maritime, and it's more focused on the sea than on the beach. It's watery, sea, salty, air. I can't quite tell how they've put it together. I haven't looked at these notes in a while, but I just know that they give an amazing mood. And you know, although it's a beautiful fragrance, and the colour, this light blue, I mean, they're great at doing their colours as well. I mean, Beach Walk is this kind of pale yellow, and then this is bluish. I'd wear Beach Walk over this one, but this is still an amazing fragrance, and very happy with it. If there was a smaller bottle, I'd probably buy this one. And again, it's just a lovely compliment. You could even probably pair them up. Now then, that would be something. That would be a real statement. You could mix these, I'd say. You could have Beach Walk here and a bit of Sailing Day on you as well, if you're somebody who does that kind of thing. But a lovely thing to have, another lovely summer fragrance. And with that, I have one more here, and we have Replica, Under the Lemon Trees. Okay, it's gone, I'm afraid, but Under the Lemon Trees, exotic, tropical, all this kind of thing, but a field and this kind of iconic thing of the lemons on the tree, and field, heat, obviously, because this is kind of a sunny, summery, and kind of bittersweet kind of a vibe, because the lemon is a bit better, but that's when you put it into a smell and you add it with these other fragrance ingredients. This thing is really brilliant. It really does bring out the lemon in a very pleasant way, and lemon is sharp, lemon is refreshing, so you know, people are going to actually get lemon off you with this, and they'll actually be able to distinguish that's the note of lemon, because it's impossible not to get the lemon out of this. So not all fragrances are good at giving a specific fruit so that you can't mistake it, kind of thing. It's, oh, this is a bit fruity, okay, maybe it's this. I mean, Creed has this thing of pineapple, which is pretty good, but even then, this, the lemon, you'd probably sense that sooner than you'd get the pineapple. I mean, there's so much going on with Creed, a whole 12 notes, but this stuff is, this lemon tree one, especially if you like the after effect of lemon, where it's all fresh air kind of coming in and your senses are sharper after a bit of lemon, and that combined with some heat, this kind of cold, refreshing, bitter, but then really fresh, combined with a good bit of sun and rays, and just the visuals of the bright yellow lemons, and then contrasted with the greenery, the trees, and then the sun. It's just brilliant summer fragrance. Again, it doesn't matter whether it's day or evening, but more of a dayish one again for me. And beautiful summer fragrance from Replica. Now that leaves us with a couple here from Penhaligon. So this is this English house of fragrances, and they're very proud of what they do, and their bottles are always very pretty and very beautifully presented in boxes, and then a ribbon goes around this little crystal ball on the top, and then with this ribbon, and then it's kind of these slender bottles. Now if I were to pick out some summer fragrances from them, okay, I have 3 here, and one of my favorites is Helfeti. Okay, Helfeti. This is really named after a place in Turkey where they actually had black roses, which are a very rare thing to have. And you know, when the Brits were doing trading with Turkey, and they would go over there, and you know, the perfumers took inspiration from these little black roses that were there in Turkey, and they put up these notes together. And Turkey, of course, is a hot country, mind you, so we're thinking kind of a floral heat, something fairly exotic. And I'm going to get a bit more here so I can just get in the mood. Oh wow, I'd forgotten her. Oh, these are brilliant. Oh, no wonder. You see the prices on these things as well. I mean, I have to say, but man, this is a luxury fragrance. I mean, and the design, just the customer service, the quality that you're getting. But oh, I mean, that's so pleasant. That is just, you just want to sit back and smell that and sunbathe. I mean, I'm not quite sure whether it gives me the image of these little roses and stuff, but something foreign, something with heat, something, yeah, floral, but there's other stuff going on in this. It's been a while. It's just I think they've even got like myrrh and all sorts of funny scents in there as well, but I just have to get a bit more of that. I'm starting to forget all the notes with these, but okay, yeah, they have got something floral, they've got something a bit spicy, almost kind of cinnamonish. They've got something that just makes you think of, it's just so beautiful. It's kind of sweet, it's sort of, yeah, exotic, sort of different. I mean, it's not like, it's not floral in the sense of they have another one like Elizabethan rose or something, and that's just kind of, yeah, English kind of countryside, beautiful roses. But this is really a wonderfully designed thing. There's something very exotic about it, and something really nice would be to have on your summer's day, out with friends, out with mates, out with people. That is really a stunner. And now we're left with another 2, and let's just have a look. So we have, oh yes, okay, I'll leave one of the best to last. I mean, I was going on and on about that one a while ago in another video. So, I mean, we have been through these anyway, but we have Bleenheim Bouquet. Okay, so heat, flowers once again, but with a touch of Penhaligon. Oh, that is an abundance of flowers. Just rich. Oh, the quality, sophistication of these fine, divine smelling fragrances is really something. So that one is another masterpiece. Can't get my nose off that. That is absolutely lovely. And I can get something a little bit fruity as well, I must say. I mean, it's a little bit of spice, a little bit of, but bouquet meaning abundance of flowers and floral notes, and yet it doesn't actually smell terribly feminine. It just smells, oh, it's hard to actually explain it. I don't quite get an immediate, oh, that's a woman's thing. And there's something else in there that makes it unisex, I suppose, and almost, oh, this is amazing. It's quite something. I mean, it's, okay, I know I said flowers, but maybe I'm just, there's other things in there mixed with that floral notes that make this one really quite special. Summary, yeah, I mean, I can't really imagine this being worn on sort of a coldish or autumny kind of a night, but it could be. But again, flowers and sun go together, I suppose, and this one has so much going on that I'd have to research it a bit more, but it's got my interest sparked again. I'm going to have to look into this one because that opening, and yeah, it's just got so much in it. Again, Bleenheim Bouquet, another very interesting Penhaligon fragrance to look into, to enjoy those summer vibes with. Okay, so for a final fragrance summary, I think, from Penhaligon, which, by the way, doesn't have to be summery, but I can tell you it really works for summer. Juniper Sling. Now this one is probably one of the best Penhaligon fragrances. They just know what they're doing when they go on about, you know, the Juniper Sling. It's gin, you know, it's London gin kind of vibes, and the clubbish scene, the noisy London pub. Whoa, man. Okay, so it's just boozy, it's exciting, it's fresh, it's sort of kind of tempting. It's you know, you can have these relaxed casual clothes, or you could be classy. You could be enjoying the heat out on a boat. You could be around people having some beverages, and it's just this very happy, inviting kind of atmosphere where we're all talking, having great conversation, and we're washing it down with, we're helping it along with some really good beverages that are just classy, and that you got that kind of fruity, you got that kind of booze, you got that almost yeah, just juniper, you know, and the juniper flower itself, fruit, is you know, it's got that sort of distinct kind of smell to it, and it's got this you know, it's quite manly, okay, but a lot of these Penhaligon ones, they don't really say whether they're for men or women, unless I'm a bit mistaken about that, but obviously some of the super floral ones would be. But I just think this smell is so good, and okay, it doesn't have to be summery, but something I would like to wear out in the heat. So again, this isn't too entirely accurate according to what the actual websites would say about these fragrances, but I think so far for me these have been a lovely choice for summery kind of experience. I'm just thinking being out there, and it's kind of late in the day, but the sun is still there, outside somewhere, and it would wear with the inside, of course, but if we're thinking summer, we'd be outside somewhere, we'd be perhaps near some sort of beautiful scenery, and the sun would be there, and you get these rays of sun, and we'd be having this gin and tonic, and we'd be having maybe a bit of juniper, a bit of olives maybe kind of in with and a bit of lemon there and lime or something, and yeah, that whole atmosphere, chatter and happy vibes and sun. So yes, that was a bit of a random update. I just thought I have to get back into fragrances, but I just haven't been able to really, because of what's been going on in my life. You know, it's just been doing the videos, getting the fragrances. It hasn't quite had the priority that I wanted it to have, unfortunately. But anyway, I just wanted to check in and give my update on summer fragrances. How many do we have here anyway? Okay, so there's about 9 of them, and I did say I'd sort of pick out 1 or 2 that were perhaps kind of the winners. Well, I mean, let's break them into categories. Out of the Penhaligon selection, I'm going to go with Juniper Sling. Out of the Replica, I'm going to go with Beach Walk. And these other three that I just brought up here, we have Aqua de Jour, we have Versace Eros and J. Malone. And I think, much as I love Aqua de Jour Profumo, Summer Night one, I think this one, Versace Eros, that would be the one I'd buy again next. I mean, this one also, a bit of a price on it, and be a bit hard to do, but absolutely adorable in its own way. But just the punchiness and the kind of daring, kind of going all out, and just the sun with this is really quite amazing. So probably this would be take first place, then this as a close second. And because this one is sort of unisex and it's very sort of versatile, this would be last. Although this is an amazing fragrance in the right setting. So there we are, people, and thanks for tuning in for another fairly random fragrance video. Enjoy your summer, and as always, march forward smelling good.